the crowd gon' move. Look around, everybody on mute. Look around, it's me and my group.
It was on stop mode, that roll.
All night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Luscious Money in the cut, and I am back with another banger for you and your crew. In a minute, since we kicked it. Today's video, if you can't tell by the title, is going to be a cute little recap of my Beyonce show. If you haven't already seen my previous video of how I got my Beyonce tickets, woo! It would be linked in the bio, as well as being on the inslate at the end of this video. So if you guys also want to go check out that video before you go watch this one, make sure you guys go do that. So if you guys don't know, I went to go see Beyonce on August 5th. It is now August 15th. I am still in awe. Also, if you guys hear just a bit of like a droppings, it's raining outside. So just to let you guys know that before you guys start saying, oh my god, what is that sound? It's raining. That's that sound. But anyway, I completely, like, sometimes I just go back and just watch the videos that I took at the concert over and over and over again, because I, like, still in my mind can't believe that I literally went to go see Beyonce. I just want to make sure that some people have some tips for if their show hasn't came, but also to share my experience on my own Beyonce show. But this video is kind of just to tell my experience, as well as give some people some info for if your show hasn't came up yet, because I do know that there's a lot of shows that are still left. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys follow me on all my social medias, which will be linked in the description down below. And let's get right on into this recap of my Beyonce show. Prior to my show, I thought, okay, you know, I'm going to possibly go to both of her DC shows. DC show August 5th, which is the one that I already scheduled to go to, and then she had a show August 6th, which is the day after, that I was thinking about going to, but you know, funds ain't line up too correctly, so that was just out of the question altogether. Overall, I'm just gonna tell you the price that I probably spent just for one night. I want to say not even close to, no, it couldn't have been close to 2,000, probably close to 2,000. That includes outfits, that includes tickets, that includes hair, that includes accessories. Definitely over $1,000 just for one night, and honestly it was worth it in the end. I feel like it was definitely worth it. I started to get ready at about 11 a.m. Reason why is because I wanted merch. There was a lot of talk about, like, you know, a lot of people getting merch, a lot of it selling out pretty fast. I wanted to make sure that I got there early, as soon as the merch truck pretty much opened, so that I can get what I wanted. So I got there early. The show didn't, so on the ticket it said it didn't start till 8 o'clock. Beyonce doesn't show on the stage until 9 o'clock or close to 9:30. So first things first, if you have a seat in whatever stadium she's going to in your city, if you have a seat, if you do want merch, I suggest you still get there early. If you are in Club Renaissance, I highly suggest that you start queuing way earlier than 11 a.m. This is only for people who are in Club Renaissance but want barricade. People who don't know concert vocab or whatever. If you're in that, if you're only in floor seating and you don't have a seat, as in there's no chair for you to sit in during the show, you're only in Club Renaissance, so you will be standing up the entire time for about 2 to 3 hours, however long her show is. Just that you start lining up at the gate early in the morning, and I'm talking about like 8 a.m. I'm talking like Beyonce right here and you right here. You need to start lining up at that gate at about 8 or 9 o'clock. If you don't want barricading, you're fine with being just a couple steps back. You can still queue a little earlier. Don't think that, like, oh, if you're in Club Renaissance, you have first dibs on everything. That's not how it works. For me, I only got there early because I wanted the merch that I wanted, and I didn't want to get there and not being able to get my hands on what I wanted. So I made sure that I was there at around, so I started getting ready at 11 o'clock. I didn't arrive at the stadium until around like 3:30. We had to walk all the way up to the front of the stadium because there was a drop-off point, and then there was about a good 2 to 3 minute walk to get to the gate. And the merch bus or the merch truck was really right next to the gate that I had to walk in to get to my seat. So as soon as I got there, the merch truck was already open. There was only like 3 or 4 people in front of me. So as soon as I got up there, I immediately got in line, got what I wanted, got the size that I wanted and everything. So I literally lucked up on that one. Doors opened at 5 o'clock. FedEx Field was just a bit ghetto. I feel like there was a lot of young people working there, and like some of them were acting like they didn't really know what to do. So when doors were supposed to open at 5 o'clock, as in we were supposed to walk through the detectors and go to our seats at 5 o'clock. I didn't get to go through the little detector until 5:30, close to 5:30. I was standing in line for a good amount of time just to get through the detectors, just for me to get inside of the stadium. I did want to tell you guys the prices of merch if you are interested in looking into buying merch for at the Renaissance show. Just gonna list off a couple of prices. So I just want to make sure you guys know that this is Beyonce. So don't think that, oh, like I'm going to go to Beyonce's show and only spend like $20 on merch. The most tiniest thing that you're going to get on that bus, on that merch truck, is about $25. Don't think that you're going to go and spend only $25 on a t-shirt or $30 on a t-shirt. No, that's not, don't work like that no more, honey. The thick hoodie is $95. Green sweatpants, the green Renaissance Tour sweatpants are $110. The green hoodie is $125. All of the long sleeve shirts are $75. Any of the short sleeve shirts are $55. The crew jacket is, I believe, $250. The black hoodie is $125. And the thick shorts are $55. There was also some little tiny items as well. So the heated fan is $35. The tour book, which is I feel like it's a really good thing to have, because if you're a collector's kind of person, the tour book is definitely valuable. The tour book is $100. A keychain is $20. And a Renaissance World Tour dad hat is $40. Oh, the tote bag was $25. For me, I feel like the best items to get are definitely a t-shirt, a hoodie if you do want one, and maybe the tour book. The quality of the clothing is so great. It's very heavy. Like, the material is just really thick. So that I do know that the fans and the hats did sell out first. Before I even got to the bus, the thick hoodie was already sold out. But there were other little merch stands inside of the stadium as well. There was also a t-shirt that was only, I thought was only being sold at the anniversary show. I think that was Chicago, I believe, when it was the 1-year anniversary of Renaissance. They made just one shirt for the 1-year anniversary. And I thought that shirt was only being sold in Chicago, but I looked around in the stadium and there was that same shirt being sold at another stand. If you did want that shirt, just make sure you look around before you purchase anything, if that's really what you want. For Club Renaissance people, I suggest bringing waters, a fan. I suggest bringing possibly a chair if you are queuing a bit earlier. You're going to be standing out there for hours, and even when you do get inside, you're still going to be standing there for hours. So I suggest that you are prepared. Like, when you're queuing outside, it's good to have some snacks maybe while you're queuing or while you're just waiting outside until the gates open. Also, make sure you check your stadium's website before your show date comes, because I do know that a lot of people had fans, as in like handheld fans, not the ones that were purchased on the merch bus, but the like handheld fans that are like battery operated. A lot of the people that worked at the stadium said they couldn't even bring those in. They had to put them in the locker or put them in their car, and half of the people didn't even like drive there. A lot of people took Ubers or like a Lyft or had someone drop them off. So I feel like that's kind of where they got their money from, I'm not gonna lie, because you had to pay $15 to purchase a locker to put that little itty bitty fan in. Also, know all the lyrics to Heat It. So when you hear that 10 cents in across the board, make sure you know every single word after that line, because honey baby, if you don't know the lyrics to Heat It, if you don't know the lyrics to the end of Heat It, why are you even there? If you feel like you're only going to the show just to see Beyonce's old songs, or just because you know all of her old songs, it's not gonna give you any justice, I promise you. If you don't know the songs, if you don't know the words to those songs, it's not worth it. If you feel like you're just gonna go and see Dangerously in Love, or like you're just gonna go and see all those little old songs from Beyonce, it's not worth it. I promise you it's not. Yes, she sings those songs. She sings Dangerously in Love, Flaws and All, 1+1, I Care, Love on Top. Yes, she sings all those songs, but most of the set list is from her new album. That's why it's called the Renaissance World Tour. I want to say mute when she says look around, everybody on mute. And it's become a game, it's become a challenge, it's become something that has just been taken very seriously. So if you feel like you can't shut your mouth when she says look around, everybody on mute, don't go. Thank you. As of right now, I believe Atlanta holds the winning title for the Everybody on Mute challenge. It was DC, but then Atlanta came right after DC, and honestly I'm gonna give it to them because they were quiet as a mouse. They wear comfortable shoes. Personally, for me, I feel like I wore cowboy boots, whatever you want to call them. I wore those. They were like silver, and when I first bought them and tried them on, I was like, oh my god, these are actually very comfortable. Like, I lasted a good long time in those shoes before I really was like, oh my god, my feet were hurting. The reason why I said oh my god, my feet were hurting was because I was standing the entire time the show was going on. Like, yes, I sat down like here and there during the interludes and like the transitionings where you know that she's going back and she's changing outfits. I sat down during that time, yes, but during the whole time she was on stage, I was standing up, and not one time was I sitting down when she was on that stage. Towards the end of the show, yes, my feet started to hurt because I felt like I was standing up for just that straight amount of time without like sitting down. And if I was sitting down, the interludes only really lasted for about like 2 to 3 minutes. So I was only sitting down for like 2 to 3 minutes, and I was standing right back up right after. So wear comfortable shoes. If you do have like some sparkling tennis shoes, those would be cute. Wear anything sparkly, anything you have silver, anything to make you look like a disco ball, wear it, because I'm telling you, it's gonna come in handy, especially if you are in Club Renaissance. I do know that most of Beyonce's photographers take pictures of her fans that are sitting in Club Renaissance. So if you are going to Club Renaissance, make sure you show good and show out, honey, because those photographers will be in that circle coming around and take pictures of people. So it could be you, and you could be on Beyonce's website when you're done. So I suggest that if you are, even if you're not at Club Renaissance, still go out, show out. Even if you're all the way at the top, baby, somebody's still going to see that outfit. Even if you take pictures and post them on Instagram, somebody is still going to see that outfit. So please make sure you get anything sparkly, anything silver, anything to make you stand out. Still feel like that there was still a lot of space, like behind Club Renaissance. There was still a lot of space because I feel like everybody is just so pushed forward. So there's still a lot of space for you to move around in that circle. That circle is pretty big. It may not seem like it's big, but it's big. Okay, so the way that I explained it in the video was just a little bit confusing, but I'm going to show you guys a diagram of the stage to show what I'm talking about. So for example, this is the runway that I'm talking about with the circle at the end. This outer circle right here that goes all the way around Club Renaissance is where she performs Break My Soul. And the runway with the circle in the middle is where she performs Energy. So I'm going to mark it with another color because just to make it clear. She stops right here, and she looks this way, and she looks this way when she does Break My Soul. Then she goes all the way around, and then she stops right here again. She looks this way, she looks that way, and then she goes all the way around, back up to the main stage. So what I was talking about when I said she, like, you can move around with her. As you can see, there are like openings in this Club Renaissance circle. So when I say you can move around with her, you will be able to move around this entire circle when she goes all the way around and back up to the main stage if you are in Club Renaissance. The way the stage is set up, she only comes around that circle one time. When she comes around that circle, a lot of people in Club Renaissance are traveling with her. So it's enough room for you to travel around. Like, if she's on one side of the stage, you can go to that one side. If she's on another one side of the stage, you can go to that side with her. You want that barricade, if you want to lock your hand on that gate, then make sure you're in line by 8 a.m. But I'm going to add a couple videos of videos I took during my show and the time I was waiting outside. I just feel like the energy when it comes to Beehive is just something different. I don't know, it may be like the same for other celebrities, but I feel like a lot of us are very friendly. There have been on multiple occasions where when I was standing outside, a lot of people just came up to me and was like, oh my god, your outfit is so good, you look so good, like, are you ready, are you excited? Or like, just, you know, coming up to me and asking me like, oh, what song are you ready to hear? Or like, you know, what part of the show are you most excited for? Any people there that are just like really amped up as much as you are, and it's really gonna pay off when you're waiting outside, because you're probably just like, oh my god, it's so hot, I don't even feel like being out here no more. But I feel like that's the time when you get to talk to people, where people come up to you and be like, oh my god, you look so good, girl, like, you are stunning on them, or like they ask you like, oh my god, are you excited, like, are you real Beehive, or are you just like general public? You know, the time where you're waiting outside is definitely fun. It definitely has its pros, but like, it could have its cons, because it's hot outside, your feet hurt, you just want to get inside and see Beyonce. I get it. Time is also time for you to talk to the people around you, make some new friends, like, but most of all, have the time of your life. Oh, if you do want to get drinks or food before, I suggest getting it before the show starts. If you do want to get it during the show, I suggest going to get it when the interludes are on, so like, you know, the little visuals. At the end of the day, I had the time of my life. But yeah, so I really hope that these tips and advice help you. Even if you aren't going to see Beyonce, I really hope that this video was pretty much entertaining for you. I'm gonna put in some videos that I took while at the concert, and those are pretty much going to be entertaining as well. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys follow me on all my social medias, which will be linked in the description down below. And if you guys also want to follow my fan page of my Beyonce fan page on TikTok, that would be linked in the description as well. If you guys also want to go watch my previous video to where I talked about copping my Renaissance tickets, you guys can watch that video as well, which will be linked in the description. So yeah, bye. Mwah.
Warning to all headphone users, please adjust your volume. The screaming may result in hearing loss. Thank you and enjoy.
Okay, walking to the stadium, bitch, on a 10. Period. It's hot out here. We're gonna be out here for a couple hours. Pray for us. Thank you.